Permit me to question the status quo. Using Nigeria as a case study. For many of us, we are filled with fears whenever we hear the word aftermath of school, because we understand what is prevalent in our society. We live in a country where a good number of times we celebrate degrees rather than discoveries. And that's one of the major reasons why we are where we are. The moment we begin to prioritize discovery above degrees, and we should understand that they are not antagonistic to each other, rather they complement each other, I believe we'll have a good footing. Therefore, those who already know the aftermath and they're in the present,
Yes.
I've observed some of them. It's every tendency for them to be lackadaisical about the present. I'm not going to the degree work, Jare, why they stress myself? That thought will provoke you to necessary action.
Yes.
Volunteering, learning a skill, partnering with organizations, networking, and the rest of them. Because I've discovered that the world we are living in now, your network is actually your net worth to a large extent. You live in a world where you hear people talk about who you know, as beautiful as it is. My philosophy is, aside who you know, what do people know about you?
Awesome.
And you hear words of who are you connected with? Then I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I believe when you're connected with the connector of all connectivity, you never lack connection.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Lumina Podcast. And it's an absolute honor to have you here again today. This is a podcast where we discuss faith-based stories and conversation. We talk about life stories. We talk about insightful and impactful conversation with our guest on the show. So I want to officially welcome you to episode 2. So you're welcome. My name is Taiwo Oyele, and it's an absolute honor to be one of your hosts and the podcast today. And I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I have with me the beautiful, gorgeous, phenomenal, energetic. I have with me here my beautiful co-host.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. My name is Triumph Ayolua Oyewole. And of course, you know, TSA, the Sabianco. Today, we have something very special for you. I know you enjoyed our last guest.
Yeah.
But today, we're bringing somebody all the way from Colgate State. So if you're from Colgate State in the comment section, click that to it.
Yeah.
Today we have someone who has studied religious studies from University of Benin, had a second degree in the University of Ibadan, and currently is running his doctorate degree.
Come on.
Are
you ready?
Hey, running his doctorate degree in the same first and best university. I mean, you are ranked first again.
Prestigious. Now. Prestigious. Phenomenal. Excellent. Distinct institution in Nigeria.
Yes. And he's running his doctorate degree there in religious studies. I know you're as curious as I. What's the deal with religion? What's going on here? But that brings us right into our topic for today. The aftermath of schooling. What is working and what is not. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome with me the one,
The holy
drum roll,
all the way
from Colgate State.
from Kogi State. No, the United States.
I want to say Dr. Elijah already, but let's wait a bit till after convocation rise. Welcome, sir. It's such an honor to have you here.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. Are you doing good, sir? Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for your kind words.
I love the aura, the calmness. I don't think that we're not coming up to something hot today.
Yeah.
The aftermath of schooling.
What is he working?
Or what is not.
So, doctor, don't worry. Let's wait till after convocation. If I call him doctor during the course,
We call those things that be not.
as though they were. If you understand, you know what we're talking about. But anyway, so Mr. Elijah, what comes to mind when you hear the aftermath of school? What comes to mind?
For many of us, we are filled with fears whenever we hear the word aftermath of school, because we understand what is prevalent in our society. And I'm very, very particular with the global south. We're in sub-Saharan Africa. Because when we look at the economic climate of Nigeria, there's this boggling question, there's this skepticism in the mind of many people. What will happen afterwards? And I would say the thought is greeted with fear for some people, right? For some people, it's greeted with optimism. For some, it's greeted with assurance. And those people are on the minority. Really, for those who are born with, it's not just silver spoon, but golden spoon and the bronze spoon. At least you understand what I'm talking about. But then, an average Nigerian has this understanding of life happens. And we don't know what may actually be the aftermath of schools. So the experience is divergent and relative at the same time. But when we are looking at the obvious reality, we understand that there are a lot of obscurity that beclouds the mind of people when it comes to thinking about the aftermath of school. Yeah, and I've been in that shoe before, and should I say I'm out of that shoe? But there, we can relate to that. Yeah, we can.
I think that for the most of us growing up, we already had a life planned out. When I'm done with secondary school, it's
Serious is one of those person.
you know,
When I doing proper to keep. That was if I know your plan. You say you're gonna go at this age, this age, this age.
actually,
We planned it. Stayed in front of the mirror, told our
I even to my friend said the plan. Let's not go into it because we had a date. We're the wedding
we're
already.
in the month.
But then,
Yeah.
mm,
Was it still standing?
I mean,
Ask yourself that question.
with the 2 week strike. I mean, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. What is it for you?
Okay, when I hear aftermath, I think just related to what our guest said, it's the fear that comes with. You know how when we entered on your level, how your parents are like, you're going to school, get the child, secure your first class, so by the time you come out,
Emphasis on just
it's a beautiful thing, right? First class is it's very, very, if you have that, you're very distinct, you're different from others, you have edge, opportunity, especially in Nigeria, it's still very, very prevalent, right? But you know how 100 level, you enter the institution, probably you waited 3, 4, 5, 6 years, even before you get into the institution. And finally, you get in an institution like University of Ibadan, for
Ibadan.
instance, where you have great minds come together from different backgrounds, we meet amazing persons, and then 200 level, 100 level, 200 level, 300 level. By 300 level, you start getting the question, I hope you know you're going to your final year. What is happening? Especially you're studying a 4-year course. But it just dawned on you because another thing I noticed is the time goes by so fast. It looks as if one time you're 100 level, the next time you're already asking what's your project topic. And that time you are thinking, it actually gets new. Then you start asking yourself questions of, what am I going to do? Do I want to use this course? Do I want to... So when I hear aftermath, I'm thinking, what next? What next? What next? That's what majority of students are asking. What am I going to do after school? Am I stay here? Most of us is like, I don't want to go back home. I don't want to go back to my parents. I want to be independent. I want to stay back. So just like Mr. just said, we think about fear, we think about insecurities, we think about what happens next when I come out of this 4 walls of the university. So that's what comes to mind.
Thank you, Tyra. Mr. Elijah, what was it for you? I think what is prevalent is the fact that people they believe that there are certain courses.
And also,
No shit.
but
But as you're getting in, this is how you know those courses. Your lecturers come in class and they're like, oh, hello, everybody. This course is very lucrative. You can work with it anywhere. Once you start hearing that, run. But you can't run anymore. I mean, congratulations on your admission.
Yeah.
And you just already know that there's no one way into the market. Begin to look for other opportunities. You know that it's only providence that would make you function with these results. What was your story?
Let's start with Mr. Elijah. I was the wolf. I was for you. I mean, for you to have
Has
to go to first with you or masters, and then you are going back again. That means there is something that's happening that you're not telling us.
Tell
Let's
us.
have our audience know what is happening. How are you?
Let me take a deep breath in,
Okay.
and then I'll have the courage to speak out.
Okay.
Was it like you're born with the golden spoon, the silver spoon, and it was all just smooth?
I was just born with the divine spawn. And that's my
Okay.
confidence. So, before I even talk about aftermath, let me look at the before math. Permit me to use that.
I told you that. All this gentle aura.
Permit me to use. If I me to look at the before math. Surprisingly, I didn't apply for religion
Wow.
or religious studies.
That's
I applied for law. So it's the situation of what you applied for was different from what you got. But then, I don't know how I can describe it. The very day, I remember 2014 when I saw my admission on the JAM portal, I was filled with inexplicable joy. I don't know I was happy. Surprisingly, I've never ever heard of any course called religious studies.
Wow.
What I knew was Christian religious studies.
Yes.
So I went there like, okay, let me see what's obtainable here. Growing up, I've always loved exploration and adventure. So from 100 level, the dynamism of the course really threw me off balance. And I said to myself, this is where you're going to be. At least I was exposed to other religions of the world. I came from a Christian background where I've not even been to any other church until I was in 100 level. So you can understand the atmosphere.
Dynamics.
So one of the major assignments that blew my mind was when our lecturer told us that we're going to go to a shrine for an assessment, a research.
Wow.
I was like,
Shrine.
shrine of all places. Now, you know my background, Christian background.
Yeah.
I never watched any other film aside Monzaimons. So
When
we're
you're going to shrine.
not going to shrine. So after the class, I called my mom. I know my mom's going to watch this, but she can't relate. My mom said, Elijah, what has light got to do with darkness? You can't go there. Within me, I was like, I'm in University of Benin. I'm in Benin, Yankogi State. Let me see how you hinder me. And then I called my dad. My dad was
Okay,
like,
you wanted to be a part of it.
of course.
Wow.
It was compulsory for everybody.
Yes.
Oh.
I've already seen myself there even before we knew it. Yeah. So I called my dad, and my dad was like, okay, Elijah, there's no problem. It's part of your coursework. We'll pray and cover the blood of Jesus
Right.
before you go. And the first experience was alarming and amazing.
Wow.
Because what we have as a understanding of what shrine looks like is somewhere dirty, smelling, the gods are not
Black and
cleaning.
red.
But I went to a shrine in Benin. I will not want to mention the name of the shrine. You need to see how polished that place
My
was.
God.
Fully air conditioned.
Really?
I then understood
Air
that the
condition. That's
gods,
what I said.
yes,
The guns.
the gods are chilling. So I was like,
Wow.
it's really fascinating. Then journeying through 100 level, I started discovering my purpose. And then from 100 level, I knew that this is my career path. And I was going to continue. So when I was in school, the only major side work I did aside the conventional school work was I was working with an events brand, Brenda Ann's Events.
Interesting.
I was working with them, at least getting something little bit coming from it. I had my life planned out. When I finished my first degree, I get service, I want to go to my master's degree, I want to go to my PhD. Let me shock you. When I was in university, the youngest PhD holder in Africa then, I can't forget his name, Olaoluo. So he had his PhD at 26 or 24, PhD in mathematics from the University of Lagos. I told myself I was going to have my PhD at that age.
Wow.
That was the benchmark I gave myself. Now, all right.
What's that?
Alright, so after youth service, the plan was to go for my master's, but then I didn't. I had to work for about 2 years before coming for my master's, and then here I am today. So it was not altogether as I planned, but then
You're still on the path.
I'm still on the path, and like I said, with the divine spoon that I came with to this world.
I think you have extra.
Have one.
You have extra. Hey.
So we can share, right? Yeah. So for me, it has not been the way I thought it was going to be. It has not been rocket science like I assumed it was going to be. Had some undulations and some curves here and there, but then I remained focused on what I'm pursuing. And then I realized that better late than never. Mind you, it was like altogether late. Yeah, because we are still where we are and we are still pursuing.
Wow. What an inspiring story. Super inspiring.
Thank you for sharing with us how you're sure. Now, I want us to be very realistic. I love, see, I love everything it is that you're going through and all of that. But in the world today, the most of us are not really, some people are not really concerned with the, becoming. Everybody wants that, results. What if the results? Certain money, and you can relate it to. When I come out of school, I go back to my village, hometown, wherever that they've said people did not used to succeed. And I step into the room, and somebody has arrived. I mean, some people don't do it to prove a point.
Yeah.
But the most of us do. And, we want something that we can show forth. In real life setting now, has religious studies been able to achieve that for you? Or is there something on the side? Because I don't know if they told you, like, when you got into school that, don't worry, there are various places you can work, because it told us. Every course, every job in this world needs a psychologist. If you're going to be a lawyer, there's a psychology for law. If you're going to do this, there's a psychology. Even in the market, there's psychology. So it looks like they're just trying to pacify us and tell us that we're not so deep, you're not studying law, we're not so deep, you're not studying other courses. Now, what has religious studies done for you?
So far.
Yeah, before I answer that question, permit me to question the status quo. Using Nigeria as a case study. Live in a country where a good number of times we celebrate degrees rather than discoveries. And that's one of the major reasons why we are where we are. There's this pride in degrees. Degrees are beautiful and fine. BA, MA, PhD, MBA, JP. There's this overwhelming pride. Some people tend to derive from the number of abbreviations attached to your name or the accolades. I feel we need to question that. Because they do not altogether necessarily translate to financial independence. Yeah. The moment we begin to prioritize discovery above degrees, and we should understand that they are not antagonistic to each other, rather they complement each other, I believe we'll have a good footing as regards that. Then when it comes to what has religious studies actually done for me? For me, the question is, what have I done with religious studies?
Wow.
Yes, because religion or religious studies as a discipline is abstract. We scholars of religion, we make it tangible. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So, what have we done with it? I don't believe any course is superior to any other course. In my own opinion, the most important thing is what the individual in that course has made out of that course. Before I talk about myself, let me share some of my colleagues' experiences. My colleagues that we graduated from our first degree, they are found in different spheres of society today from religion, from religious studies. Now, for me, my career path is the academics. But that's not where I'm just limited to. I'm into public speaking. I've had several public speaking engagements.
Now here is a word you hear.
Yeah. I'm an inspirational writer. I'm a researcher. I make research. I've also been involved in editorial work for academic publications. So it's not just religion. There are other things that we do. And when it comes to, that's why I said it's not what has religious studies done for me. What have I made out of religious studies? I've studied anthropology, archaeology, anything like fishery education, whatever. What are you making out of it? That's what will make you stand out. And we live in a world where men of value are in a short supply. So if you can offer value, you're hotcake. That's why I say, what am I leaking out of it? So I look at the society, are there lacunas that I can feel? Are there gaps and lapses? Because a want is a secret to wealth. So when we can identify that, and it's not discipline sensitive, it just has to do with you pitching you pitching yourself very, very, very well, and then meeting it, you're good to go. So I'm not a fan of what is the cost doing for me. My question is, what have I made out of the course? At the grace of God, the course has challenged me to critical thinking. I'm not an unintelligent religious practitioner and scholar. I see things and I'm not carried away by religious gangsterism, religious extremism, religious fanaticism. When I want to believe, I know what I'm believing. When I see excesses, I know that this is not altogether correct. So I also understand that religion is like a double-edged sword. Can be used for destruction and can be used for growth. So understanding all, what will I make out of it? That's the most important question.
So coming from your question, I would like to ask that, is it a bad thing for you to be worried about the aftermath? Yes, so now I have looked at what the course, or what I can make out of the course. Just like you pointed out earlier, I have weighed my pros and my cons, and decided to truly maximize whatever has been given to me as a student, and now I'm trying to graduate, make my way out of school. So if I'm feeling like, what next? If I'm feeling the anxiety, insecurity, people are talking about how, oh, they will serve here, or their parents already have opportunities with this person, connection, this person. And I'm just thinking, is it bad that I have that aftermath thinking? Is it because I haven't maximized the course as much as I should, or as much as I could at the time, if it was after you had left school? So is it bad that I have that thought that, oh, what next? What next? What am I doing next? I mean, it's possible that even in final year, you are not so much into the thought because you have your project, you have your, maybe it's when you defend your project, then there's a veil off your face to say, okay, I think I'm truly out of the school. So is it bad that I am thinking, I'm having that insecurity, I'm having that anxiety, I'm thinking about the aftermath after school as someone who has left school currently, or who is planning to enter school?
It's not bad to have that thought. It's bad not to even have that thought.
Wow.
It's a transgression. It's a transgression not to have that thought.
Wow.
So having that thought is laudable, commendable, admirable, beautiful, as it looks. The question now is, what do you do with that thought? You don't prepare for battle in battle. You actually prepare before the battle. And in my opinion, you don't prepare for the battle while the battle has started. You prepared long before. Just like someone said, you don't prepare in the future. You prepare for the future. So having that thought, it's beautiful. Surprisingly, many people do not have that thought early enough. Wow. They have the thought late. Some, the moment they are doing their sign-outs. Have you observed that there are many young undergraduates who are already at the value of graduate? The moment people are signing out, then they realize that, guy, I don't know what's divine or mysterious about that white shirt or that final year activity. The moment someone signs, it's as if they are asking you, you sure say you know what you want to? You get it. Meanwhile, that question should even pop up from 100 level.
Wow.
Yes. And if we begin to have that question from 100 level, because by the grace of God, I started having mine from 100 level. Wow. It will help your disposition also school. And also help you to know what you need to do. If you understand that, okay, there's an after school, there's going to be a time where I will not be receiving pocket money from home. There's going to be a time where I will not call and then I'll say I need money for data, 102K, and that is say, okay, say, should I send to your OP or to your first bank? That will even ask you, which bank do you prefer? You understand that the time will come, nobody will even ask for that. Nobody wants to know if you even have a bank account, especially for those who do not have maybe silver or gold spoon. I believe you understand what I'm saying. It's very, very much important from 100 level. Because that thought will provoke you to necessary action.
Yes.
Volunteering, learning a skill, partnering with organizations, networking, and the rest of them. Because I've discovered that the world we are living in now, your network is actually your net worth to a large extent. You live in a world where you hear people talk about who you know. As beautiful as it is, my philosophy is, aside who you know, what do people know about you?
Awesome.
and you hear words of who are you connected with, then I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I believe when you're connected with the connector of all connectivity, you never lack connection. When you have all this early enough, it helps you to know what you need to do. Very, very important. When you have holidays, you understand that the holiday is not just for resting, it's to maximize it. God forbid back in this ASU strike, you understand that the strike should not make you to be on hold, should not halt you looking at things you want to put in place before the aftermath. Because a time will come that you may not have it all together figured out, but with the level of preparation, you have a little bit of rest, peace, and assurance. So not having that thought is a transgression against the law. And I would dare to say, as propounded by Elijah Luatobi Samuel, one, please.
Okay, so
Right away, it says, book out of this podcast.
So you see why I initially called it a doctor who started. So just wait for a few months. Maybe next time it will be available on our podcast. So you would have done his convocation by then. I know we'll call him doctor. Look at those lines as we're dropping. So
Did you ever do poetry in the mix, in between?
because they're reading.
Did you see that line he dropped? Where did you see it? I'm a poet myself, so I know one. When maybe it's...
Yes. For during my formative years in secondary school and undergraduate, I can't remember the last time I composed a poem.
You just did.
I used to have poems because I remember whenever something major is happening, further than Kogi State. Kogi State was celebrating one of our anniversaries one day, and then I was inspired. So I wrote them down. On my LinkedIn profile, I document. That's why I store most of this. So I used to be a poet. I don't think I've lost it. But I think I need to revisit it.
You have not lost it. I would replay this. There was one line he said that was going on and on and on. And I'm like, yes.
And they were really important.
Exactly.
Anyways, you're applauding for that. We're applauding you for that. Okay, so back to the questions about accent. For someone who never thought about it in Ultra is it too late? So now I'm writing my project, right? So now I'm signing out next week. So now I'm signing out in 2 months' time. I'm signing out in a month's time. And I never...
A white shirt.
Oh, with a white shirt. And my white shirt is ready. So is it too late for me? Is my aftermath going to be the end of me? Since I've not started thinking about it long enough. So I had a 5-year course and I never thought about it. I had a 4-year course. I never thought about it. Now I'm writing my final exam next week. Now I'm writing my final exam in a month. Like I'm graduating. What do I do for someone who is out there asking, what do I do? I'm in that space where I'm confused. I don't even know. Now the aftermath is here. I can't run back. I can't move forward. I'm stuck. What do I do?
You're already close to the border of the aftermath. Because the moment you take a step,
aftermath.
the moment you take a step, you're already facing the aftermath. Yes. As I mean to say, not good as it is, it's not so late. Because no matter how powerful you are, you can't change the past.
True.
So it's a waste of effort and energy regretting about what you can't change. The time to start now is now. The moment you're watching this podcast, you begin to think about it. Begin to look at it critically. And this is what I've discovered. I'm a radical optimist. I always maintain the positive side of life. I believe what's ahead is always far greater than what's behind. Even if you are 65. That's my philosophy. Because I've seen people accomplish dreams at unimaginable ages. And then the speed at which they accomplish them seems to cover up for the years they've wasted. That is synonymous to biblical terms. I was taught you the years the locusts have eaten, and Lord turning away the captives and like them that drink. So I believe it's very much possible. The most important thing is start now. Don't regret. Start now. Now that you're watching the podcast, this is the time to start. Kick off immediately. And this time around, you're not going to start as someone that doesn't understand what he or she is doing. Bring out everything within your subconscious. Remember, it's said one of the bane of the Nigerian society is we elevate degrees above discoveries. The discovery now it has to be from within, then come out. If you discovered yourself, if you haven't, you can start now. you discover yourself, you begin to see that, come on, you are worth more than your cause. In fact, the whole universe cannot quantify the extent of your potential and what you can give to the society. Begin to discover and start now. Not do yourself. Guy, you are the sea. Start now.
Start.
ASAP.
Now.
Okay, cool. Clear.
Start
Yeah.
now. Yes, you can.
Okay, I think we may be wrapping with this question, but I would love that you dwell on it. For people who already know, they came into school and they decided that this is what I want to do with probably this course or another gift. What many people today in Nigeria and beyond struggle with, I think, is the problem of imbalance.
Yes.
Yes.
Some people say, okay, this is my craft. I'll thank to it for a while. But when it's time for exams, I rush it all off. All the things I've not been able to read, I want to read it together and return back to my craft. And there's this other person. I feel like you, first classes don't go. I can always come back. Not forgetting that the society always have somebody else. Like, there's no space that is vacuum that will not be occupied. Like this day, we are seeing you all over and everything. The world is celebrating you. Before you come back, someone who is doing it even better is already
Take a
there.
break.
Exactly. Someone else. It's also, and it's not village people or anything. It's just that everybody has their gift. There was someone that was saying that if God is giving you this gift now, He's giving it to 10 other people, and He's giving them probably the same vision, and depends on who runs it first. And then if you're going to beef God, beef the society, beef everybody, how do students find a balance between, preparing for the aftermath and living in the moment, like being in school?
Wow, that's very, very much important. I envy some people who already have it all figured out. I envy them. I envied them back then in school. I don't envy anymore. I'm usually motivated and inspired by their stories and their experiences. I have 2 classmates. I don't know if I can mention their names because I'm sure they also watch this podcast. Now, for example, Hilary Freshers was my colleague during our undergraduate days. He would tell me, Elijah, now business I just want to do. Even when we were in school, he was doing business. Yes. Hilary, you are hearing me.
Hi, Hilary.
Business guru.
Yeah, he was. And he was given to his business.
Wow.
He already knew what he wanted even before.
He left.
From that level, from when we started. And today he's doing very well. The last time I traveled to Benin and I saw him, that he was actually focused on it. I also had a colleague, Upward Precious. He's the CEO of a private firm presently in Delta State. If I call the name, you can search it on Google, you see the organization doing very, very, very well, massively. Now, I observed something about Precious. Back then, during undergraduate days, because he has always loved entrepreneurship. When he's coming to lectures, he will not just come with his handouts, he will come with brain tracy books. All those entrepreneurship books. He was always coming with them. During spare period, you see him reading those books. He was preparing himself for the aftermath, even though he already knew what he wanted and what was going to come up. Now, for Precious, that guy was given to preparations. I really love that. He was doing book of finance, Brent Tracy, and the rest of that. Now, for those who already have it all figured out in sense of this is what I want to do for the adult, gain knowledge. This is what I want to do. Okay, this is a business venture I'm looking at Tosco. How much do you know about it? To what extent?
Skills.
Yes, gain knowledge. My friend, Solution, the name is very, very funny. Please permit me, I'm mentioning their names because these are people that they've impacted me one way or the other. He said something, and I will never forget till Jesus comes. He said, what you don't know is bigger than you and becomes your limitation. No matter how small and minute that thing is. So knowledge is very, very important. Because when we talk about wisdom, which is the application of knowledge, you can't apply what you don't know. So, okay, beautiful, you already know that this is what I want to do. Okay, going to maybe tech, going to business, entrepreneurship, farming, or whatever kind, maybe poetry and what have you. What do you know about those areas? Gain the knowledge, and be intoxicated with the knowledge. Know it so well that you are sure that you know it. the world we are living in today is a world that if you are good at what you do, you will definitely gain the applause of the society and self-fulfillment as well. Knowledge. My emphasis here is on knowledge. Knowledge. The reason why I'm saying so is this. Acquire the knowledge through conventional and unconventional means. You know, the conventional means is reading.
Yes.
And I dare to say that the reading culture is drastically. I was inspired to write an article in the year 2022. I was in Abuja. I was working then in the private company before I came for my master's degree. And then I was looking for a book. Surprisingly, the book is a very common book. There was a country. Very common book.
Wow.
You won't believe that I went around all the major stores in that local government. I could not get that book. And I went to one. Anyway, where I was staying was not the heart of the city, actually. But I was expecting I would not get that book. This book is too common for not to be seen. I was bothered. And I went to one bookshop. Do you know what the man told me? If we buy this book, you go wait for sure. People know they buy again. People know they read again. And you don't know. I now remember that. And I remember what Malcolm X said. That if you want to hide anything from a black man, put
Is that in a book?
I had to move to the nearest local government and I found the book. That's just to tell you the level we are in presently. The traditional method, we claim to be following the untraditional method, but if you look at it critically, we are no longer reading. Even the way I read now is not like the way I read before. I'm using myself as a case study. I'm opening my nakedness here. So it's a challenge. This podcast is also a challenge to me myself. Yeah, we need to revamp that. This is what you're pursuing. Have deep-rooted knowledge about it. Then for those who already know the aftermath and they're in the present,
Yes.
I've observed some of them. There's every tendency for them to be lackadaisical about the present.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the degree work, Jare. Why they stress myself? And then I don't believe
Very, very correct.
you should graduate with a poor grade. I don't believe in that. My philosophy is what is worth doing is worth doing. I look at academics as a business investment. Do you know how much you pay for school fees? If you invest that money into a business outfit, you know what you will make.
You would have made by
Within
now
4 years.
5 years.
Yes.
7.
If you perfectly understand that this is an investment, you will not want to trample on your capital and everything you are reinforcing. Moreover, the way we are living in, you never can tell. You will always need it.
Yes.
Look at MC Olumo. He's a stark illiterate, right? His daughter celebrated that convocation some time ago. And then he posted he was proud of it. A well-known, renowned Abiru in Lagos State. So if education is scam or it's not necessary, I'm not sure everybody has said that outside. So education is still very, very much important. Mind you, a time will come where they will ask you, where's your degree?
Where did
And
you
then,
study?
then you should not go and be saying, I'm a professor in practice.
What are you practicing?
I'm a professor in practice.
Practice.
And then at least your colleagues will become one of your evidence, even if your documents is questioned. So you already have the aftermath. Please live in the now. Live in the now. Live in the now. And there's nothing wrong with kicking off now if you are ready and you feel it's the right time. But please, if you're a student, don't joke with your academics. Have a good grade, finish well. Whatever is worth doing is worth doing very well. Position yourself properly, academically, career-wise, business-wise. No lose guard. Be balanced.
Hey, he's doing that again.
My God.
Hey.
Yeah.
If I have $1 billion, I'm going to write a check for our guest.
Not too late.
So you...
Not too late.
Not too late.
Not too late. Yeah, not too late.
Wait, I'm here a
When you come,
convocation. We would sign
Yeah.
That will be a convocation.
Fellow studio.
Correct.
So if we are
Our
this
audience
blessed,
are witnesses.
anyways, we can collaborate with our audience to make it work, right?
Exactly.
That's why we have you.
We'll not call it GoFundMe. It's just like reward me.
Yes, actually. So thank you so much.
This was.
It was insightful. Power pack.
I don't know what I expected, but it's like over.
Learned. So we have Dr. Hey, okay, it's fine. We have our guest, Mr. Elijah, told us how that you should lead in your now. Live in the now, look at the future. The second thing he told us is to gain knowledge. You know what you want to do, gain knowledge. Go for it. Don't know what you want to do, still gain knowledge. Then think about the future. Think about the future from your 100 level. You're watching this podcast, you're just getting into institution. It's the right time to start thinking what happened after school. You also mentioned that It's okay to have the fear. In fact, if you don't have the aftermath,
There is a question.
Told them it's a transgression. It's a
Is
transgression.
that is a transgression? So that having that thought doesn't make you less human. It only means that you're thinking the future through and you're trying to see how to navigate it. And then finally, if you have not thought about it, you're one of those people that never saw it coming. And then you're staying on next
Line.
your wife writing on your shirt next month. It's okay to start now. The best time to start is now. Don't postpone it. I promise you, aftermath navigating school will be easy.
Last word. The road is not always smooth. There will be challenges. But the most important thing is be focused on your goal. There are challenges, there are hiccups. You have undulations. Obstacles will come. But this is what I've discovered. When challenges come, the challenge will want to prove and know how much does it take to make you lose your goal? What does it take? Are you ready to stay true with it? Are you ready to stay true? Because you can't feature in the future you no picture. So vision is very, very much important. When you're focused on that goal, you must stay with it. No vision ever dies. Many a times, the man that has the vision abandons it.
So in other words, the vision that's still very much valid.
I just feel like we should just transcribe or translate this whole podcast or convert it into a book.
Yes, so very we see it over.
We should.
We should.
The money that we now make from it.
When I
We'll save it for the convocation.
A brilliant idea. That's we are learning education. Can you see? He just gave us the knowledge.
Yes,
We're looking at the aftermath of what happened after this podcast. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us to episode 2. It's been awesome with you.
I know that you enjoyed this. Like, I'm going back to my room and I'm thinking, because no matter how put together we all sing, there are, dots, T's we need to cross, eyes we need to dot. We are together in this. Coming with a blueprint and acting like he was even saying something about his reading culture, how it has changed over time, and how we know that exactly. So we're like you, maybe not at the same level, but there's something to work on. You're not alone in this. You see why Lumina Podcast is the one for you.
You're not listening, you're wrong. Subscribe. Share. Don't get this knowledge alone. Share to somebody. The aftermath of what you can see we get. Get those sharing. So please, we hope to see you in episode 3. Watch.
Stay tuned. Who are we bringing next?
We don't
do me.
Thank you, a round of applause to our guest once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We hope to have you again.
Yes, actually. So, audience, you want to have our guest again? Please suggest. If you want to have him, surely bring him on the show. Until the next episode when we see you again. My name is Taiwo Oyeleye, and
I remain Triumph Oyewole TSA.